Good morning, honorable judges and fellow future leaders. I am Yusuf Ammar Imtiyaaz from Muhammadiyah Semarang University. Today, in this beautiful moment, I would like to present my English speech in this English festival event by Diponegoro University. When we heard the word about geopolitics, what came into our mind? Maybe some of us will thinking about the trade wars between United States and China, or maybe we think about the warships in the South China Sea, or maybe we think about the tense of negotiation in the halls of United Nations. But ladies and gentlemen, today I will not start with a grand theory, but simple painful story came from my close friend Dimas. Dimas became my close friend until this day, and he already graduated of one of the big university in Indonesia. He ever said to me that one day I want to get a high paying job. One day I want to become entrepreneurs. Well, I always respect him, but it was his word 6 months ago. Until this day, he is received nothing but silence. He is sending hundreds of application jobs, but he didn't get hired until today. And I saw him, he posted Insta story with a sad song last night using Muhammadiyah song. Untungnya bumi masih berputar, untungnya ku tak pilih menyerah. I felt that pain. I saw this anxiety of my generation when our student is got armed by university degree, but disarmed by the reality of the job market. This not happen only in my close friend Dimas, but it's happening in our generation. Of course, this is affecting our economy. It will going to increase the unemployment rate, and until today, our population of unemployment was increased until 7,200,000 people population. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. This has made me concerned that we have to solve these circumstances. And at this very moment, Indonesia is facing huge, massively demographic bonus. The condition when the productive ages population is higher than the non-productive ages. It could be the blessings for our economy and country, or it could be a disaster. Like our Vice President Gibran Rakabuming say, this phenomenon is only happened once in the entire Indonesia civilization history, and this phenomenon, demographic bonus, will never happen anymore. Currently, our population in Indonesia approximately is 286 million of people, and what is important, the half of that is the productive ages, which means it was a good sign if we can manage this properly. The more people working, the more people pay taxes, and the country receiving more taxes can be supporting and growing our economy. The government can provide much more facility, education, and infrastructure as long as the more people is working and keep the cycle of economy is working. So, ladies and gentlemen, but the thing is, our job opportunity in this country is limited. Every year, the graduation is more likely 2 until 3 million of people, but not get absorbed in the job market because the problem of skill do mismatch. Right, so let's break down this problem one by one. The problem is, one, this is a competency gap. This is the gap between schools, graduation institution, with the job market, with the industry. The school is teach the student to learn based on memorization, based on memory, or based on curriculum. But the thing is, in the industry needed is much more higher. The industry needs a high skills and a high quality of human resources that can support their business. And our quality of human resources is still less, ladies and gentlemen. And the second one is our opportunity gap. Our economy is not enough to support the government to provide much more facility of education. The thing is, our government is will likely choose to build in physical infrastructure, like an airport, like a toll road. But yes, it was not wrong at all. But the thing is, we have to concern that we have to give big investment and give big contribution to facilitating this young ages, this generation. This generation can help this country for the next years. I'm talking about long-term game, long-term period of game, long-term investing the human resource and capital at first. And ladies and gentlemen, this is bring us to the fundamental truth that the power of geopolitical resilience. Country geopolitical resilience is based on the domestic strength. Right. So when Indonesia can successfully manage this demographic bonus, it can be make our bargaining power is strong in the global stage, and of course it will going to attract much more positivity. It can attract our investors. It will going to attract much more outside industry. It will absorb much more the workers, the laborers, and it will supporting our economics. It will going to give a big positivity. But this is not just hoping. We have to take an action, executive decision, and take an action. So, learn from Japanese as we know. Why? Because these countries have a scenario when the countries fail to manage their demographic bonus, it can be a disaster. For your information, Indonesia annual economic growth right now currently is 5.12%. Well, our government and society is aiming and targeting to get higher, maybe 6, 7 or 8% economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, so we already learned from the warning, and let's go. The question is how this strategic solution. I have a country that we can learn. Let's learn from Sweden. This is the blueprint. Sweden is the exact example of perfect country that have a big investment to the human capital, human resources. They have a high index of quality human being, human resources, because they know when we are investing to human quality, it can be impactful. It can give a feedback to the country. As I say, the more people is working, the more people is get productive. Even of woman and man, the equality of gender in Sweden is high. So there is no discrimination of women. Well, our countries have that problem. Oh my God! Imagine that. Women and men still have the same productivity in Sweden, and their productivity is so high until they pay more taxes. So the economic count is keep growing high. The Sweden is also facilitate the education free from baby till adult is free education. Wow. Also the daycare, give the free daycare. Also the quality of the facility, public facility. Sweden give it all. Starting from us, my generation, as a catalyst in this development country goals. Ladies and gentlemen, after all this evidence and this phenomenon, we have to aware and make this as our concern. We want a better country with a better educational and better system, better individuals especially. Better human resources can lead in a better country and an index of a prosperity. We believe Indonesia can make it happen, starting for ourselves. We can campaign, use our voices, we can criticize the government, demanding a better class practitioners for better skills to work so it can decrease the unemployment population. We can also use our hand, we can build our community, building community that are supporting each other and campaign in a good and education and to the people. And also for the graduate, if we cannot find our job, if our job didn't exist, we can make it, we can make our job, we can become entrepreneurs. Right, we have to play and thinking long-term period. We must help our country to achieve Indonesia Emas 2045. Let's make it happen. Think big, start small, move fast. I am Yusuf Ammar, Imtiyaaz, and thank you.